The matter chop hot.
Assembly Diloto. Hey! Aye!
Another beautiful week, and we are here from an eventful weekend. We know that from that particular weekend, the only thing that was very popular or on top of trends was the biggest music night in Ghana's music history, and that is the Telecel Ghana Music Awards. And of course, reviews flying left, right, center. This particular platform is here to serve you an extensive review of how things went down on Saturday night, that is the 10th of May 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center. From the conference center, or let me say from the State House to the conference center through to Grand Arena, the whole place was engulfed with the Ghana Music Awards celebration or event night. My name is Roland Amate. You are welcome. This is live on Roland Report. Let me say big ups to you. Officer Desert is holding me down, as well as Shadzi also for coming through. Straight into the conversation, we are going to have an extensive one. And of course, I want you to also share your views in the comment section. This is going to be a complete review of what happened or how things went the entire night. So I will indulge you to sit back, relax, so that we have that tete-a-tete on the night. What was the shocker? The oosh, the ouch, the hey, the and the cheers. Of course, congratulations to Kim Promise for winning the Artist of the Year. He won, I think, 4 awards on the night in total, beating the likes of Stonebwoy, the likes of Black Sheriff, the likes of Team Eternity, Kweku Smoke, and Anna Hwaimbim, and Kim Paluta, of course, for winning that particular award. But on the night, there are some people who also won 2, some won 3, some also went with 1 Go project, and of course, just like any other night, some people also went with 0. But let's start the review this way. From the setup to the red carpet, the good and the bad. Well, in getting to the Accra International Conference Center, I think the setup was beautiful. I mean, for 26 years, if the scheme, this type of setup, then for the past 2 decades there, we don't know what they've been learning though. But let me commend them. That is from the people, from the whole setup, from the Grand Arena through to the conference center, and even part of the State House was used. And I'm talking about the forecourt of the State House. We all know that the State House is right opposite. The State House is right opposite the conference center. So that is where some of the actions as far as the event was concerned began, where people were made to park at the State House. Ticket redemption was also at the State House before you even go into the conference center area. Because so if you are not able to redeem your ticket from the State House side there, forget, there is no way you will be able to enter into the venue. And that is what happened. So the setup there was beautiful. From the red carpet setup, whilst they were even able to separate it even from the main auditorium, even though there was not like an official red carpet around the main auditorium area, you can clearly see a setup demarcation even for red carpet, because there are some people that, because the red carpet event was strictly by invitation, not everybody had the privilege to go into the conference center to take photos or videos from the official red carpet event. But then, if you were also at the auditorium, that is where the general red carpet setup was also made and provided for people to also, at least, while when you invite for red carpet, TGMA branding, now you can also be there and take your pictures, and that was it. Set up into the main auditorium from the stage to whatever. The stage setup, I mean, I ask myself, say, yes, we've seen what the likes of 3 Music Awards have done or came to do whilst I'm talking, and I'm talking not the latter days and 3 Music Awards, but I'm talking about the Baba Sadiq time when they were doing the 3 Music Awards. And even the last one before Baba Sadiq bow out of the 3 Music Awards came, like he did about 3 different stages at the Grand Arena. From the big one to one in the middle, then one at the far end. I remember during one of the conversations, some of the executives of Charterhouse, because you know Charterhouse owns the Grand Arena, they were asking, hey, Now the game kwan obey or house we hear the entire auditorium because sometimes they omuchichim. The amount half near half and the amount 1/3 or maybe 2/3 of the whole auditorium. But this time, or at that time, they utilized the whole auditorium and they were able to build about 3 different stages. But looking at this one is also an improvement on another level. Because I am looking at a stage whereby it can even accommodate about 200 people. You can see a good stage in this one, forget. So the musicians there, no wonder many of them came with certain kind of props and even like good number of dancers to occupy the stage. And this ujina stage in this one, I say panier that one which him say top sa and especially if you don't also have that energy and that aura and that kind of command to even command the audience whilst alone on stage. One share the probability that will be too high. So, well, let's go into the red carpet separation. Was it worth it? I mean, I've seen people make complaints about the fact that they were not able to get access to the red carpet. But then some people from commentaries and other stuff, I'm also asking, was it worth it? That like whilst they for the first time introducing a special invitation to people on the red carpet, was it able to reduce the nonsense dressing that we've been seeing? And I would say, no matter what, they will still find their way in there. Because I saw some of them and I was like, hey, me crop we as a baby. As to how they were able to get invite to enter, as to how they were able to find themselves there, and it is an open conversation that anybody can also share their views in the comment section. So let me hear from you. Do you think it was worth it? Was it able to reduce the number of some unwarranted outfits on the night? Because as I still na manfo bakubi ami hu pa. Bakubi say super ya shishe gwa papa so ne everybody chile say yes. And a friend for the papi. And a friend for the papi. And no eto we numu ana bra utimi you and no asa akwhwe bi no asa abenu. I tell you. And they be must share some 3 tabis in tadi bi no. But then in separating the main red carpet event from the main event, do you think it was able to have some sort of effect? And I would say, hey, invite now, bibia still, young Crawford PM. Let me hear from you. Now, let's go to operation and organization, tickets redemption and verification. I think, yes, I've already touched on that, and I think it was also good. Because if not for anything at all, the whole production of the event, I think for the first time, they were able to reduce technical issues, apart from 1 or 2. Last week when I did my review on things we don't want to see at this year's TGMA, it was one of it, and I made you understand that technical issues sometimes, according to what to say, your friend is saying, some train, we had DNA obinya baako bi wo honom. DNA. So it was bound to happen anyways. That is not to say we cannot do it right. We can do it, we can get it right, but then say no the bar. I mean, but on a general, I think the whole operation and production was very good. The fact that they were able to separate the ticket redemption side from where the action was taking place, I think also reduced some level of stress, because normally and Kabeko main auditorium no pay gu hono. But then if you have your ticket or your invite on your phone, you go to the State House where you take your wristband, and even in entering into the auditorium itself, there's even a place that you would have to scan the thing. Okay, sir, your friend is saying, e-gate business airport on. Yes, they brought some that when you scan your ticket, that is your wristband, our redeem your State House owner. It even verifies that say your original one. Chatterhouse one, TGMA team de mao, and also your face as well. In any say tickets now, but on be verified and capture on Sunday anymore. Now me corner me could share desert, not desert, but any buy any pepe, any e-gate in the MBA. But for the first time, we were able to see proper e-gate at the Telecel Ghana Music Awards, where people were verifying their tickets and all of that to enter into the auditorium. And of course, the production and everything was also on point for me. Now, let's go into the main event, that is the auditorium and its sittings. I also think that the setup as far as the auditorium and its sittings was also okay. That is if you ask me. But then, in the way they demarcated the VVIP from the VIP and even the regular there, and now we will say, only obi ko now onipa no VVIP, now VIP and now regular obebre only nipa no ntem. It is a haneka, so forget. See, the arrangement was so tight, security was so tight that so one here now kita VIP, there is no way you find yourself at the VVIP unless protocol. Unless protocol. But again, I also feel that yes, as much as the ground is flat, this is a very open space. I also think because there is no structure of sittings, and here I'm talking about school, Oko Assembly, shortest in front. I believe that moving forward, the organizer should be able to also make some form of provision to rearrange the seating in such a way, say obiti wenim na wasin umpo na utine chair, you will still be able to see it like the normal stadium kind of setting. When say the way a stadium sitting it and I say stairs, no. Say obiti wachi na uti nipa nanim na wasin umpo unless say be a o giraffe ukita long john mo kon ni bi unless say that one, but apart from that I like. But then say akonwa ni nyina ye flatter. You remember you see that say obiti wachi na ye short enye wowu nipa na oti eche wowu, and sometimes because of that amanfo bi so ye boardroom and people would want to stand up and dance. You realize that blocking people's view and other stuff also became very, very uncomfortable and inconvenient. So, but all in all, I think the seating arrangement and everything was okay. And again, the kind of dignitaries I saw at the VIP, well, some of them I felt deserved the VVIP kind of treatment and they deserve to be in front. But then, Obisubeka said, well, I don't know on the night. Up a VVIP, the person would have also made a reservation for it. But then, there were some people that I also feel say, and Kambusu is very, very important. Especially, I remember when I saw Obo, who is a former musical president, at the VIP. Meanwhile, the person was there to present an award. And I didn't understand why he was not initially ushered into the VVIP section. Because it is on that score that he would be able to move to backstage and present the award. But then, until it was time, or he complained sort of, before they were able to move him from the VIP to the VVIP, and before he realized he was on stage. So I remember even Simon Flex was asking, into your boy will present an award, and he was coming to the VIP section. Well, these are some bits and pieces of the setup, the stage, and the setting and all of that. I think they did very well, but this is just some one or two that I think moving forward, if they will be able to do a better in terms of seating arrangement and also not make somebody uncomfortable. And again, the spacing in the sittings. Ow. Me say. Especially say what's a bang ebia from the first to the fifth row, like the first to the fifth seat. Maybe the uti in the middle row. Na seat wo wenim seat wo wechi. Na obi tim finfin no betwem na nipa night in the share to. Yes, na obi twem we na ne tu kire wenim say ya. I said Tony Barrel. And at a point it felt some way because these are VIP sitting there, and the movement from one place to the other, because you know definitely it is a gathering of so many people. Things would love to come out. So people would definitely use the washroom as at when it becomes, or they become uncomfortable or would want to go. And that small space that was left in between the seating, I believe also made some movements very, very uncomfortable. So maybe moving forward, the organizers can also check that. Now, let's go into the performances. For the performances, obviously, were one of the highlights of the night. And the performances there. Who was your best performer on the night? Some people are tipping Stonebwoy. Some people are tipping AC. Some people are tipping Daughters of Glorious T-shirts. But did you watch that of Tiwa? Of Yasapon and the Asumafo? Ha! To me, that was the best performance apart from Stonebwoy and the likes his own. Ha! Him. Forget, because nobody saw it coming. From that nostalgic feeling that the lady or the woman brought on stage to the control on the microphone and the delivery. Come on. It was crazy. But tell me about who your best performer is, and who also would you clarify or classify as your not so good performer on the night. For me, I think Daughters of Glorious Jesus, they started on a very awkward note. But then at a point where, you know, in their performance, they have a session where one of the ladies will take over the drums and start drumming for herself. I think it was on that point that they had control of their performance. And it was from the middle to the latter, or the middle to the end. But the beginning there, I don't know how the production was done, but when you say beats nenam ha, na voices nenam ha, and it sounded very, very awkward. I don't know the output or how people saw it. It was like the people ones who watched at home, how they saw it though. But we at the auditorium, you can clearly feel that distortion between the artist's vocals and the instrumentation, and we're beating them left, snap vocals and them right, and it felt very uncomfortable. But as professionals as they are, they were able to get hold of their performance and entertain the crowd. That of Kim Promise, I think introducing the stems performance was best for him. We've seen him do live band in other events or on other stages, and people have had their own reservations. But this time, I think he also gave some sterling performance. It was very simple. He was not there to impress anybody. He was there just to entertain. But of course, the use of certain props in like during your performance, there are some people that I felt say, as a props normally buy, and it became almost useless. For Kim Promise, yes, the phone booth that is from the beginning told the story. Yes, he had a call, picked the call and all of that, and it gave some good vibes into a performance that is telling a story. Then to the main stage where he was moving up and down. His costume was an average costume for me, for the kind of Kim Promise that I know, and the kind of outfit he always projects during his performance. For me, I think this was one of the most average outfits that I've seen Kim Promise rock. Nonetheless, the pants that he was wearing was one that's na minim wompa. I think it was beautiful. and I'll commend him on that. But then, sad drum sets be now on stage. No more the heading.
Everybody get up with your feet right now. Let's go.
Because from the beginning of his performance, that drum set became almost useless, if not useless. As Obia Mebo, and even when he was about to end, that was when, I think it was when he introduced Kwabna, and they did the Aso introduction. That is his favorite story sample, not sample Kwabna Aso. No. They did the introduction, or they did the intro. That was when I saw somebody even standing behind that drum set. And then no crowning pono. Nipa na wo ye de wa be gina ban echi se boban ukite duare na wo yesi na the ban ye bo wie ma na ye bo ban so. I think that one too was off for me. But then in Kim Promise performance, I will also classify him as one of the best performers on the night, because you see, this is an awards night too. So what gives it flesh and some sort of entertainment is the performances that are attached to the event. And this then we might as well announce it online and your coach at the house award now coffee. But then the performances and other aesthetics are part of it. That is why people will adjudge their best performer and their worst performer on the night. Kim Paluta.
From the corners of Kumasi to the world, I took a vow. I took a boss of I take a vow. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name Kim Paluta, aka Kim Paluta King. Why ready so be papiana? Why ready so be papiana? Hey.
Es Kim Paluta ye. Es Kim Paluta ye. I think he also did good with his stems. And of course, the rap infusion there. I'm sure say it has come to stay. Where he sings more and he introduces some rap. I think he did that in London on Capital Extra, and people loved it. And he decided to give a stage version, what I would call a stage, besides that one was a studio version. He decided to come and give a stage version of that one, reminding people that yes, this is somebody that is well vested in rap, but then this time is doing singing and is excelling. But we still would want people to know that rap is still part of him and he is still doing rap. So that's rap infusion there. Big ups to Kim Paluta on that score. That of Stonebwoy. Stonebwoy has always found a way to tell a story with his performance. And I know with the props and everything that he brought, so many people will miss it. And it did. So many people will miss it. I don't know if his PR team will now find time to explain the sets, the props, in terms of the staff that he was even holding on stage, the kind of projections, the speech, or the spoken word by OG, the MC, who did the introduction and everything. But then I think a lot went into Stonebwoy's performance, and that control on stage made him one of the best performers on the night. No doubt and no cap, he carried the day as one of the best performers on the night.
Sounds so good with the blanket, instantly spot him because he see. I from down south to the university said, oh we, what a time to be. Every time girl want it, I tap a part of me, I give them. Put a be a son to a put a be the flip. Pull up, pull on your slide. I dance on the ground. Talk to me. Come in on the yard, close to me. That sun, yeah, sweet like sugar cane. This is no baby, no from that spine. Make sure you get no line. I don't have to I'm back here. They never see me clean. But only when I'm dirty, fire burn you can
that of Yao Sapon, and the Asomafo tribute and also Tiwa performance there. I've already touched a bit on it. I mean, from the beginning, the guys that came to sing the tribute, they did very well. But when Mami Tiwa came to hold the mic, that is when you know that and you can clearly see the command and the spirit when she started singing. That of AEC, I think AEC, apart from Yao Darling that won the unsung, AEC was literally the opener of the night, and I also enjoyed that guy's performance. Like, it was simple, and his vocals there, kai. And that is why I don't understand why Joe Metal won Best Male Vocalist over AEC. Like, all things aside, not to disrespect Joe Metal in terms of vocal, I think he has very fantastic vocals. But in terms of vocal dexterity, and here I would need some form of clarification from the vocal experts as to how, because from what I understand, this is a technical award and it's not open to the general public. So it means that it is the board that decided, or the board and the academy that decided this particular category. But then, in terms of vocal dexterity and all them details, co-minini, Q sharp, F sharp, soprano, bass, treble, auto, and all that, I think AEC has it. I think AEC has it over Joe Metal. But then, he also gave some sterling performance and all.
And now next whole city go clear when I drop that fire. Oh, it's blowing up the phone, I don't need that. Hey, you know I mean that. The boy focus on the bar, hey, cry like a bird. I see money, I'm not there when I love what we do this. And then what we doing? So far, I'm on the side. Like the boys wanna stop me, baby. That's the sports, baby. Come on. I saw the crashing all day and all night. Inside of the studio like I'm on vibes. Hey, and when we do touchdown, got it.
For me, yes, Peter Leba. Peter was also there. Even the steez and composure that he used to go and take his award self. And not sa antics, a whole performance on its own. Much less what he did on stage. Yes, the intro, very beautiful with the cross and everything. But did you hear Pamela say after his performance, hey, more than the holiday? What's all the uncle? No, boy, that time, quite a month, what's now, was 19 could you who? Now you're performing Mugu to the down, fans being quite more solid uncle. But that's just on the side. I think the intro was also very beautiful. The song introduction and the cross. Yes, Peter carrying a cross with the crown that was given to Jesus. Maybe talking about the tribulations and the hardships that he went through and all of that. And also, he gave a village-like compound house kind of setting when he was performing, and you can clearly see that like you can, Paluta. No, I think that was Paluta. I think that was Paluta. But for me, okay, for me, yes, with the breaks and all of that, I think it gave some very good, beautiful imagery of street, compound house, kind of rural setting. Yeah, that feel was very nice, and I think it added some form of beauty and some form of storytelling into their performance. I wish, some people like the creative directors of these sets would come out and give vivid explanation, because sometimes if care is not taken, because it is an awards night, most of the focus is likely to go on the awards and who won what and who won. But in terms of art direction, like I know, like energy, time, and creativity are spent into this kind of performance. 10 minutes, 5 minutes performance, 2 minutes. So in my opinion, I think some of the props that Familia brought on stage, he underused them. Because he had so many props, and I was looking forward to but as a premature ejaculation, no wonder the dancers were sleeping. That's a mukra. No why, as a mukra, they were expecting more. I think Familia brought lots of props that I wish the creative director behind that set would come and explain, even into the choice of songs and how they were able to bring it up.
Don't worry, you'll be yourself. Will it 7 if I was you, was right, I say, come on, I see I'm afraid to be a senior, let's give you a session. Yes, you can be a session. It's just a body, evidence. You talk to the rest. I was so in them. The fire's still burning. I'll go rest. Let's do you about champagne.
Kiddy, yes, Kiddy also brought some form of steez, Gen Z steez. I will call him modern day. That was modern day DJ Khaled kind of performance. I think DJ Khaled has done some. I remember, was it one of the Grammy events where he performed with, I think, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, and all them guys on one table like that. It's like a dinner setting with some banquet, beer, biryani, sisiso, fruit, sisiso. And Kiddy also came with that Gen Z vibe, kind of like style. And Kiddy also came with some Gen Z kind of vibe where he was performing and they were throwing money and all that. And then Yami, tell me the truth. Am I not your son? Yes, he gave that beautiful performance. And I think, yes, one of the best performers on the night was also Kiddy. And someone that I also enjoyed, I think one that also impressed me was Kojo Black. Yes, Kojo Black's performance was also one that I was really, really impressed. You know, he was not announced as one of the performers. He was not announced as one of the performers, obviously. So when he came on stage, but the control the young guy had on stage with the dancers and everything, Charlie gave some beautiful performance on the night. One that, for me, I was very disappointed, or I was a little disappointed in his performance, was B-Strap. Because his songs, I loved that Yesu song. I loved the songs that, his stress of songs. I loved the songs that he came to perform. But then, I don't know why some of these guys are always pressured with the live band kind of understanding. Because live band, yes, there are some people, and they forget the setting and how to even go. I wish B-Strap and Koye stems are no nyasa control or even -1. And there's nothing wrong with even you coming to do playback. Charlie, let's tell these guys to master the craft. And the craft, mastering your craft is not only with live band. Charlie, you can do playback. Forget what they are calling miming. It's not miming. Muni miming. Muni like sign language. That is miming. So forget what they are calling miming. But if you have good stagecraft, you are able to add good props, you are able to do some form of aesthetics and antics, Charlie, it will help improve and give a proper good show than all them co-mininis. But that is for B-Strap. And I also loved DJ Varosky and Kojo Manuel's set. And you know, I was telling Simon Play, there is no way that tonight we are not going to hear Shatawale's song. And before you realize, I'm overdosed with music. And they introduced. I think Kojo Manuel did very well with your friend is saying DJ Varosky. But then let's go into the full list of winners before we call it a day. And if you've not noticed, I think, or if you don't know, can promise won the artist of the year. And on the night, it was I Shall Be Back, I Shall Be Back, I Shall Be Back, I Shall Be Back. Obiasa, I Shall Be Back. But last, it was one person that was able to fulfill his promise. And that person literally had a promise to his name. Omo Makanina had no promise to their name. So when they promised they were going to be back. Well, but what was one of the shockers on the night? Like which award actually shocked you on the night? Like, I want to know. Because for me, I think Tulenke's own as Hip Life, I think artist or song came as a surprise. Joe Metal winning male vocalist ahead of AC also came as a surprise. And I think, yes. And so far, Stonebwoy won 3, Kim Paluta won 3, Kim Promise won 3. And that's at that time, Charlie Amanfo was just counting. People were counting because they know that one of the main things that will propel you to get the Artist of the Year is when you win more awards. Into where we need one, yeah, sure. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. And so let's enter into the full list of winners. Of course, Yao Darling won Unsung Artist of the Year. Best Hip Life Song of the Year went to Bad Feeling Tulenke, who came and never spoke. Oplastar Nano from red carpet to the main auditorium, and even when he was called to receive an award on stage, Oji and the acceptance speech was, and he left. That was it. Best male vocalist, Joe Metal took it home. Best female vocalist, I Choose to Praise by Esther Godwill. I think this one also came as a little bit of a surprise. Best High Life Song of the Year, Kim Paluta. Best Hip Hop Song of the Year, Holy Ghost by Kweku Smoke. Best Collaboration of the Year, Lomo Lomo by Kiddy. And International Collaboration of the Year, another shocker, The Doing of the Lord, Diana Hamilton. Best Afro Pop Song of the Year, that is Paris by Kim Promise. Lifetime Achievement Award of the Year was by Yasapon. And Charlie Video No More Boy and the current state of Yasapon. Another interesting, we will have another conversation, we will have another day. Best Traditional Gospel Song, Watch Me, and Press Gift in Yabakon. Best Afrobeat Song of the Year, Asylum by Olive the Boy. Best Music Video of the Year, Jejereje by Stonebwoy. Best Gospel Artist, Joe Metal. You know one thing about Joe Metal? Just like people go to Rocky Dauni, say, Oga, show us the way to go to Grammy. I think it is about time people go to Joe Metal for that apple on how to win award. Like get nomination at TGMA and win award. When nomination was announced, what said Joe Metal Kasa? But he won 3 on the night. 3. Eka kwe ko winning Artist of the Year. Kambu Kruma. That is Joe Metal. Best Gospel Artist of the Year. Producer of the Year, Candy Beats and Kim Paluta. Best Afrobeat, Afropop Artist of the Year, Kim Promise won. Best Urban and Contemporary Song of the Year, microphone, Diffy by Tim Eternity. Best African Song, Chalabam also won. Best High Life Artist of the Year, Famille. Best Songwriter. If you come on number 9, Kenata in the building. Best Rap Performance of the Year, Kweku Smoke went home with Holy Ghost. Best Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year, and Efo Ganyo was also there. Stonebwoy to pick it up. And Group of the Year, Team Eternity Ghana also picked ahead of Keche and the likes. Best Hip Life Hip Hop Artist of the Year, Kweku Smoke picked it up again. Best Reggae Dancehall Song of the Year, and of course, Efo Kuntai. He picked it up, Stonebwoy. Best Album or EP of the Year, that is True to Self, Kim Promise picked it up. Record of the Year, Can I Live by Isi Unyabako. Best New Artist of the Year, B-Strap also picked it up. I think Most Popular Song of the Year. Songwriter, Maka Songwriter. Album EP of the Year, True to Self. Record of the Year, Can I Live. Best New Artist, B-Strap. Most Popular Song of the Year, Aseda by Kim Paluta won. And Artist of the Year, obviously, Stars near Bako saying 5. And Kim Promise took it home on that night. Which one was a shocker? Which one came as ow, oosh, and oh? My name is Roland Amati. Make sure you subscribe, share your views in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.
The matter chop hot. Assembly Diloto. Hey! Aye! Hey!